Oh, come on. Where's my signal? Hello? You can't play Pokemon Go without signal. Don't you hate it when you lose signal on your cell phone? Well, there's a solution for it. I told you about it a month ago. Now it's time for the review. Of what? This! We're going to be talking about this when we come back. Okay? Hang around. We'll be back. Review, product review, right after this.
Maybe I'm leaving on the next thing smoking.
Hey everybody, it's me, Mark Steak, back here talking with you. Welcome, come on aboard. Oh man, we're gonna keep this going. Product review time. First off, thank you to Emily and Todd over at WeBoost for providing the unit for testing and review. And that testing and review of what product are you talking about, Mark? Well, let's get the camera set over here so we can talk about this. It's the WeBoost Drive 4G-X OTR. It is a cell signal booster that boosts your voice and data, 4G data, up to 32 times. It's easy as all get out to install. Go check out this video for the unboxing and install video that I did last month. It's real simple to install and get going. It's good for trucks. It's actually designed for big rigs. It's meant for the OTR driver. You can permanently install it. You can temporarily install it. Take it in, put it if you're in a day cab, if you're hot seating a truck each week. Bring it in, cigarette lighter power for the, cigarette lighter plug for the power, interior antenna, mount it on the outside, whatever. At the end of the week, couple bolts, slide it off the perch, take it home, take all your stuff home, because you might be in a different truck next week. You don't know. What I really like about this unit over the previous Wilson Electronic unit, which by the way, same company, Wilson Electronics, WeBoost, W-E, Wilson Electronics, Boost. Well, now they're going by WeBoost instead of Wilson Electronics. I've had one of their earlier units, and it was carrier specific. I had to buy specifically for Sprint, because that's what this carrier I had at the time was Sprint. And it had an awkward, suction mount thing in this box with the power. It was just, and it was so on the on the signal boosting, and the actual job performance it did was okay. Wasn't, outstanding in my opinion. It just did the job. It was fine for what it was at the time. This unit flat out works. I mean, it's night and day difference works. I'm on Verizon, and if I choose later to go to Sprint or T-Mobile or AT&T, it doesn't matter. I don't have to buy a new unit. It's going to work with all of them. Matter of fact, if you're in Canada and you've got Canadian service, yes, this unit works with Canadian carriers. Check the website for a complete list. I think there was one up there that doesn't. It's some mom and pop cell phone carrier up there because they're using a different frequency. But the major Canadian carriers, this works. All American, all the USA carriers here, majors here in the US, works for all of them. Not only on voice, but again, 4G data. So when you're watching Netflix or playing an online game and you're in that a low signal area, the thing works. I mean, here, let's take a look at some shots here, some screenshots I did. I took a trip from, I don't know where it was, Illinois to, Washington State. And I took some screen captures. Traveling across I-80, everybody knows that Wyoming and part of Utah and part of Idaho and Nebraska, along I-80 corridor, it's drop signal, no signal, or steps down off of 4G and goes to 3G, sometimes dips down just to 1X cell signal. Here's some screenshots I took. I remember Nebraska, I took some shots here in Nebraska, and normally across Nebraska, I have 70% of the time 4G. The other 30% is 3G. Sometimes in the 4G, I lose data. okay? But it's still a 4G voice. The entire way across I-80 in Nebraska was 4G with data. But instead of having the 1 or 2 or 3 bars, I had this, okay? Here's one shot. I think this is near, Sydney I took one? Out in the middle of nowhere, near Sydney, just outside. I know I was far enough outside Sydney, Nebraska, not to be on the city towers. I was out far enough away. So here's some Nebraska ones, and then Wyoming. Oh my goodness. Wyoming, half the time I'm lucky to have even 3G. Well, here's some shots from Wyoming. Not only did I have 4G data, but I've got 4 bars? Matter of fact, this one here from Wyoming, this is historically an area where I've got no signal. It's not even 1X. I don't even have voice. Look what I got here. It's a world of difference. I didn't get any screenshots. I couldn't take any screenshots for when I was in West Virginia. I was out on the East Coast. I was not able to capture screenshots because that section of I-64, when you leave out of Virginia and you go up 64 up towards a turnpike and it cuts around, it cuts across the northern part. Here's one thing I've learned about the unit. If you're in a windy valley road running along a river bottom and you got steep mountains on either side of you, there literally is no signal. So the unit doesn't have anything to boost. So yes, there was about a 15-mile section in West Virginia through the winding river bottoms down there with these steep canyon walls with trees on them. There's no way in the world a cell company is going to be able to put a tower in there. I had no signal at all. Okay. Another place where I historically lose signal, but had signal this time, everybody knows, Fancy Gap. They're in the border of North Carolina and Virginia. Fancy Gap, when you get to the bottom, normally drops a call. This time around, didn't drop a call. I was on a phone with my wife, call maintained. For the first time in 5 years. 5 years! My phone call stayed connected. And that's completely because of the booster unit, the WeBoost Drive 4G-X OTR. It works. Now, there is one place I want to get, and if you happen to have a unit in your truck, there's a stretch of road runs through the middle of America between Amarillo, Texas, and Denver, Colorado. Most truckers know that. US 287 runs between Amarillo and Denver. When you get up there, up to the 70 at Lyman and Lamar and all that. But there's a section there of Colorado. It's gotten better over the years. It's gone from 1X to, I think, 3G. I haven't been on that stretch of road yet with this WeBoost signal booster. I haven't been on there yet. As soon as I do, I'll do an update to this review. Okay. Price point. I know people have been asking me on social media, Mark, how much is this unit? It is spendy. It's about, right now, you can probably, there's some spots on Amazon, I know you can get it for $4.99. You can get it for $500. The actual retail price is $549. So you figure about $500. But that's just a cost, okay? The real value in this is how much is that anniversary Skype session worth, okay? What is the value to you of being able to Skype or call your kids and talk to them and have good signal, okay? Don't think about the cost. Look at the value. You're able to stay in touch with family, with your kids, with your wife. You've got an important business meeting. You're calling the brokers. Hey, that load I spotted. Oh, hello? You just lost a load. How much did losing that load, when you needed good, reliable cell service, how much was that signal worth to you then on that load that you just tried to call on and lost signal? So don't worry about the cost of the WeBoost, okay? It gives you your return on investment in other ways, okay? Everybody's been caught. I know I was caught in Wyoming in a rest area for 3 days in a winter storm with no cell service. Nada, nothing at night. Only in the daytime for about 5 hours in the day, I had cell service. I was able to call and have food and water delivered, and I was able to watch Netflix in Wyoming for 5 hours in the daytime. Well, if there was signal there then, why wasn't it there at night? And I'll bet you it was there at night. I just didn't have the booster. Okay? So don't worry about the cost. The value pays for itself. Anyways, that does it. I've gone long enough. Again, thank you to Emily and Todd at WeBoost for, again, supplying the unit and letting me do these videos and put them out there. Matter of fact, they're going to be at the Great American Truck Show. WeBoost will be at the Great American Truck Show here in August. Look it up online for GATS, for the Great American Truck Show in Dallas, Texas in August. I'm pretty sure they're going to have units for sale, and they're probably going to be discounted. They're going to have a show special. Everybody's going to have a show special. So anyways, that does it for me. Thanks for watching. I will see you next week. Say bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Let's get out of here.
I'll be gone.